हैं, नहीं तो ये सब वर्क कंप्लीट करना है तो टाइम हो जाता है. तो lack of sleep is one of the important factors which leads to like emotional disturbances, the regressions, the suppressions that happen. It is all because of this. So they have found that lack of sleep lowers your positivity, positive emotions. वो जो ऑप्टिमिज्म बोलते हैं ना, सब पॉजिटिव्स देखने का वो जो एटीट्यूड है, ऑप्टिमिज्म कम होता है और पेसिमिज्म ज़्यादा होता है. सो यू स्टार्ट थिंकिंग नेगेटिवली एंड देन रिस्क फैक्टर ऑफ गेटिंग योर मेंटल हेल्थ एंड वेलनेस बीइंग अफेक्टेड. सो व्हाट इज द सॉल्यूशन नाउ? व्हाट इज द सॉल्यूशन?
Yoga.
Super good. So yoga say, what do? We try to bring back that mental health and wellness that you have lost, the peace of mind, the joy that you have lost. What you become, like you become very pessimistic, from there to becoming optimistic individual again. All these can be done because yoga is a whole person approach. You are not just focusing on the physical aspect, not just on the mental aspect, but you are focusing on the whole individual as such, with all those 5 different dimensions. What are the 5 different dimensions of individual being? Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya. So the physical, anatomical, physical level of existence, the physiological functioning with the energy, and your mind that is there, the lower mind that thinks, and the higher mind that analyzes and differentiates, discriminates. उसके बाद वो जो divine layer है, the layer of bliss, all of this together is what a human being is all about. So we are existing in all these levels, and focusing on all these levels is very, very important, not just one component. So how many of you think awareness is very important? So Swami Geetanand ji has given a definition for the awareness, like how we were saying Pancha Koshas ke bare mein. So awareness of the body, awareness of the mind, awareness of your emotions, awareness of how awareness itself, and the 5th dimension is awareness of how unaware we are. There are so many things we think we know, we are aware, but we are not actually aware of that. So how unaware we are is also very important for us to know. So enhance the emotions and awareness at all the levels. And the second level is skill in action. What is the definition given by Bhagavan Krishna related to the skill in action? Yoga karmasu kaushalam. So you become better in whatever you are doing. Whatever is your skill, you always become better with the practice of yoga. And can you see what this is all about? The pointer, does it work? So that is called as the quality of resilience. Mental health depends on how resilient you can be. Resilience is like if you throw a rubber ball, नीचे bounce करते हैं तो क्या होता है? Bounce करके वापस आ जाता है. तो we all have to be resilient so that even if we fall down, as we walk the path of being a human being, हम अक्सर नीचे गिरते हैं, बट नीचे गिरने के बाद क्या करना है? मिट्टी को ऐसे ऐसे हिला के कोई देखा नहीं हमको, so just walk forward again, that's it. That's what life is all about, right? So the quality of resilience is very very important to be adapted for your enhanced mental health and wellness. And then we also have this, scientifically what we say, yoga promotes autonomic balance. Autonomic nervous system, आप सबको उसके बारे में पता है, right? You all know, you've heard about it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Sympathetic and parasympathetic
Parasympathetic.
branches that are there. When you are in danger, what is now activated? Your sympathetic. So fight or flight, that happens and it helps you to execute what needs to be done in that moment. You come across a tiger, you fight with the tiger, and or you run away from it. So that is the sympathetic overdrive. What is the other branch of the autonomous nervous system? Parasympathetic, where after you meet the challenges, you have to get back into that state of rest and digest mode. You cannot always be in the stress mode. So you have to get back to that. A balance of the sympathetic and parasympathetic branches is always very desirable. That is where we call it as samatvam. Samatvam yoga uchyate. The state of balance, the state of equanimity, and homeostasis is maintained in your body. So all these are enhanced with yoga. So I don't have to explain about all this now because you're all yoga students, but just one factor that I would like to remind you is that we have a stula, sukshma, karana. All these three components put together is what human being is all about. The stula is something which is gross. आंखों के सामने दिखाई देता है. So you can see it with the gross level. And then sukshma is something which cannot be seen but which has to be felt, right? And the other one is karana or the causal, right? So all these three levels of existence, the physical, physiological, the psychological, and then your spiritual levels of existence. Say suppose you are sharpening your pencil and then थोड़ा सा ऐसे यहाँ पे लग गया, you start bleeding. So what do you do immediately? क्या करते हैं? You just let it bleed?
No, ma'am.
पानी में you show your hand in cold water and then what do? कुछ लगा देते हैं या band-aid कुछ लगा देते हैं. So immediately you take action to control whatever is happening, to control the bleeding and to see what needs to be done. करते हैं कि नहीं?
करते हैं.
Right. So something similar happens in your mind. Say somebody scolds you, somebody uses harsh words against you. The same physically what is happening, the bleeding is happening in your mind. Are we aware of that? क्या हम रियलाइज करते हैं कि जो आंखों के सामने जो दिखाई दिया अभी अंदर हो रहा है, मगर उसके आर वी अवेयर ऑफ दैट? डू वी टेक एक्शन फॉर दैट? ऐसे बिल्डअप हो के क्या होता है, एक दिन डिसऑर्डर बन जाता है. तो यू लूज दैट सेंस ऑफ ईज विद इन एंड इट बिकम्स डिस-ईज. So in order not to go into that state, you lose that sense of sukha within. So when a human being is healthy, individual is coordinated and aligned in all these three levels of existence, all of them are interconnected. All of them are influencing each other. इधर से उधर, वो जो it's not separate.